I'm Joe Howell, and I've just written a book called Civil Rights Journey, the story of a white Southerner coming of age during the Civil Rights Revolution. A few years ago, my wife was cleaning up our attic and came across a dusty old notebook and brushed off the dust and came to me and said, "Look what I found. This is a diary that you wrote in 1966 when we were working with the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, in Southwest Georgia in 1966." And I thought, I didn't write a diary down there. So yes, you did. Take a look. And we started to look at the diary, and she typed it up, and I sent it off and realized that it was a historical record. It was a historical record from a unique perspective of white Southerners being involved in the front lines, and felt like it had merit and probably should be published. I got polio in 1952 when I was 10 and was basically out of commission for 2 years. And I developed a certain sensitivity for the needs of people who were marginalized, who were suffering. And that, I think, made the difference between me and many of my friends who lived more conventional kind of lives in Nashville. Before my romance with Embry, I dated a young woman from Birmingham. In early June 1963, just before my experience on New York's Lower East Side, I visited her family. The weekend trip got off to a bad start when her father, a businessman, asked me to join him in his library for what he described as a heart-to-heart talk. He poured himself a stiff drink of whiskey, did not offer me anything to drink at all, sat down in his easy chair, did not offer me a seat, and got straight to the point. "Young man," he said, scowling, looking up at me, "all this stuff you've been reading about Birmingham is a bunch of lies made up by the Yankee press. It's these outsiders, rabble-rousers, and communists that come down here and make our community look bad. We got along fine with our color until these agitators showed up. Now look what they have done. They deserve to be thrown in jail, all of them, and should be run out of our city permanently." I kept my mouth shut, and when he had finished his short speech, he indicated that it was okay for me to leave. He had done his duty. I was thankful that he had not asked me for a response. Most important to me are the universal themes that come through the book, the coming of age themes, dealing with the issues of injustice and how we as people given opportunities react to those, and what we do to make a difference, and whether or not we can make a difference, and the frustrations and the challenges that are involved. So my hope is that it'll have a more general readership than just people who are interested in history or the civil rights movement or social justice issues.